Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for choosing to follow our YouTube channel, Today News. Right now, we will bring you the latest noteworthy updates. Please stay tuned. According to Xinhua News Agency, the Pakistan Air Force has announced the successful destruction of India's S-400 air defense system in Adampur. According to reports, the attack was carried out by Pakistan's JF-17 Thunder fighter jets using hypersonic missiles, causing significant damage to one of India's most advanced defense systems. The S-400 system, valued at approximately 1.5 billion USD, is one of the most vital assets in India's air defense arsenal. According to sources, the attack was carried out with precision and strategic intent, targeting key components of the system designed to intercept and destroy aerial threats. Xinhua previously reported that, according to Pakistani state television, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif convened an emergency meeting of the National Command Authority on the morning of the 10th to discuss possible response options, including the country's missile and nuclear capabilities, amid escalating tensions with India. Tensions between India and Pakistan, both nuclear-armed nations, escalated after India launched Operation Sindoor, targeting 9 sites it described as terrorist infrastructure on Pakistani territory and in the Islamabad-controlled area of the disputed Kashmir region. According to New Delhi, this move was in retaliation for a shooting incident that left 26 people dead near the town of Pahalgam. India had earlier accused Pakistan of supporting the armed group responsible for the attack. Pakistan confirmed that India had launched missile strikes on 6 locations in the eastern Punjab province and in the Islamabad-controlled area of Kashmir. Pakistani Defense Minister Khawaja Asif stated that all the targets attacked by India were civilian facilities, not terrorist infrastructure. Pakistan subsequently carried out several retaliatory actions, such as shelling and striking targets near the border. The Indian government stated that it responded by attacking and destroying several of Pakistan's air defense systems. 2 days of clashes between the two sides have resulted in nearly 50 deaths. Additionally, India appears to have used the Harap, a hybrid weapon combining characteristics of both UAVs and missiles, to successfully strike Pakistan's air defense system. If confirmed, this would mark the first time the renowned Israeli weapon has been officially used in the South Asian region. Previously, Harap had been deployed by Israel in the Middle East and the Caucasus. In a press release, the Indian Ministry of Defense also confirmed that it had targeted Pakistan's radar and air defense systems, stating that one such system in Lahore had been neutralized. Harap is a loitering munition system that integrates a UAV and a cruise missile developed by Israel Aerospace Industries, IAI. This UAV is specialized in targeting high-value assets such as command centers, logistics depots, tanks, and air defense systems. Harap is equipped with optical sensors, infrared, and a color CCD camera, along with anti-radar guidance capabilities, allowing for comprehensive target identification. It can loiter in the target area for up to 9 hours, planning attacks from multiple angles, including vertical strikes. Notably, the Harap has GNSS jamming resistance and is remotely operated under a human-in-the-loop principle, meaning the mission can be aborted at any time. This UAV can be launched from trucks, naval vessels, and can return if no target is detected. The compact design, good stealth capabilities, and radar-resistant structure make Harap a frontline attack killer, particularly effective in destroying enemy air defense systems. With a range of up to 1,000 kilometers, Harap allows India to carry out long-range attacks. Harap has been in service since 2009, but initial research programs began in the 1980s, aiming to develop a low-cost anti-air defense weapon combining UAV and cruise missile characteristics. Since the 1990s, loitering munitions like Harap have been deployed to neutralize enemy air defense networks. Harap was first publicly unveiled in India at the Aero India 2009 exhibition. Amid ongoing tensions between India and Pakistan, which have not cooled following recent border clashes and airstrikes, attention is now focused on the air power of these two nations. Pakistan currently has around 75 F-16s, which serve as its main fighter jet fleet. Meanwhile, Indian media, citing sources, have reported that New Delhi appears to have shot down a Pakistani F-16 in the evening using India's air defense missile system. According to the sources, the F-16 took off from the Sargodha Air Base in Pakistan, one of Pakistan's main Air Force bases. Sources indicate that India's surface-to-air missile system shot down the aircraft near the Sargodha base. Sargodha is Pakistan's most heavily guarded forward base, located in Punjab province. This is the first time since 1971 that tensions between India and Pakistan have escalated on such a broad scale. F-16 is a fourth-generation multi-role fighter aircraft capable of performing a variety of missions, including ground attack, air support, and intercepting enemy aircraft. It has multi-role capability, excellent maneuverability, and a maximum speed of nearly 1,900 kilometers per hour, allowing it to perform air-to-air, ground attack, and reconnaissance missions. This aircraft integrates advanced avionics systems, including radar to identify targets and enhance situational awareness. The Pakistan Air Force received its first F-16s from the United States in May 1983. This fighter jet series came with strict limitations from Washington, including restrictions on bases and intended usage. Notably, Pakistan is not allowed to use F-16s and U.S.-made weapons to attack Indian forces. Pakistan's F-16 fleet is mainly stationed at two bases, Sabas and Musab, in the central part of the country. A small number of older F-16s of Block 15 variant are permitted to be stationed at the Bolari base in southern Pakistan. These locations were designated according to agreements with the U.S. to ensure strict monitoring of Pakistan's F-16 fleet operations and to separate them from other types of fighter jets. The medium-range AIM-120 AMRAAM missiles, the primary air-to-air weapon of Pakistan's F-16s, are stored in high-security bunkers at the Musab Air Base. All movements of this missile, from storage and deployment, are tightly controlled. The operations of Pakistan's F-16 squadron from maintenance to deployment must comply with the terms of the agreement signed with the U.S. The effectiveness of the strict monitoring regime imposed by the U.S. on Pakistan's F-16 fleet came into question after the air battle in May 2019. During the incident, the Pakistan Air Force shot down an Indian MiG-21 Bison and captured the pilot as a prisoner of war. Indian officials recovered debris with the full serial number of the AIM-120C5 missile, a weapon that is only equipped on Pakistan's F-16s within its territory. The event also indicated that Pakistan continued to deploy F-16s to forward bases not covered by the agreement. This year, the U.S. government approved a $397 million budget under the FMS program, which includes expenses to maintain the presence of TST in Pakistan to monitor the activities of the F-16 fleet. U.S. officials have affirmed that they will prevent the possibility of a repeat of the incident during the air battle in February 2019. This move is seen as a measure by the U.S. government to ensure that Pakistan does not use its F-16s to attack Indian forces, a key strategic partner of Washington in the Indo-Pacific region. Meanwhile, Pakistan is also facing some financial difficulties, reflected in overdue payments under the FMS program, which threatens the combat readiness of its F-16 fleet and may force Islamabad to rely more on fighter jets like the J-10C and JF-17, supplied by Beijing. According to Raya Novosti, retired Major General Trucha of the Indian Army assessed that the risk of the India-Pakistan conflict escalating into a nuclear confrontation is being exaggerated, and the likelihood of it happening is minimal, as both countries are fully aware of the serious consequences of using nuclear weapons. General Katoch emphasized that Pakistan may threaten and show off, but they will not go down that path, because the consequences would lead to the complete destruction of their country. He also stated that India has no intention of splitting Pakistan, but only seeks to prevent the country from using terrorism as a tool of policy. The tensions between the two countries flared up after the April 22nd attack near the tourist town of Parangam in Indian-controlled Kashmir, which resulted in 26 deaths. Although the militant group Resistant Front has claimed responsibility for the incident, India still holds Pakistan accountable, a claim which Islamabad has denied. In this context, observers have particularly noted the shift in the nuclear balance between India and Pakistan. According to the latest Nuclear Forces Status Report, published by the Federation of American Scientists, FAS, India now possesses approximately 180 nuclear warheads, surpassing Pakistan's estimated 170. This is the first time in 2 decades that India has surpassed its rival in the size of its nuclear arsenal, marking a significant shift in the strategic landscape of South Asia. The 2024 report by the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, SIPRI, estimates that India's nuclear arsenal consists of approximately 172 warheads, slightly higher than Pakistan's estimated 170. India's nuclear weapons program began in 1974 when they conducted their first nuclear test, becoming the sixth country in the world to possess nuclear weapons capability. Nearly a quarter of a century later, Pakistan closely followed India and conducted its first nuclear tests in 1998 in response to India's actions, bringing the two countries into a nuclear competition. For most of the past 2 decades, Pakistan has maintained a slight advantage in the number of nuclear warheads, partly due to the development of tactical nuclear weapons to offset India's superiority in conventional forces. However, India's ongoing nuclear modernization campaign, particularly the successful test of the ACN-5 ballistic missile equipped with MRV warheads in early 2025, has significantly increased the range and flexibility of India's nuclear weapons. MIRV technology allows a single missile to strike multiple targets. This represents a leap forward in strike capability, adding complexity to the strategic calculations of not only Pakistan, but also China. Both India and Pakistan are currently racing to develop MIRV capabilities, opening a new and dangerous phase in the nuclear competition between the two countries.